Okay, so Aiden asked me if I would take a look at question 4D out of your C5 work page. This is C5, your work page on ionic compounds, the review. It is question 4, subsection D. And it says oxalic acid reacts with calcium hydroxide to form neutral products. So this is a neutralization reaction, which we know is a type of double replacement reaction. So let's list out our reactants and figure out their chemical formulas. Our reactants are oxalic acid, and calcium hydroxide, an acid and a base. Unfortunately, neither of these is too pretty. Oxalic acid, well, that's based on a complex ion, the oxalate ion. So oxalate is C2O4 with a charge of 2-. And it's an acid, so we're balancing that against an H+. Calcium hydroxide, well, calcium is Ca2+, and hydroxide is a complex ion, OH-. Altogether then, we get H2C2O4 for oxalic acid, and we get CaOH2 for calcium hydroxide. The products are just the result of a double replacement reaction. So the positive ions are going to switch places and go to their opposite partners. That means I'm going to get calcium oxalate when the calcium and the hydrogen switch places here. And then I'm also going to get hydrogen hydroxide, in other words, water. So my calcium oxalate, that's based on the Ca2+ and the C2O4 2-, but those balance actually. So I get CaC2O4. And then the hydrogen hydroxide, well, that's just an H balanced with an OH, better known as H2O. Okay, so now I know all my reactants, I know all my products. I can write out my skeleton equation here. I can write that H2C2O4 reacts with CaOH2 to form CaC2O4 and H2O. Our balancing here is actually pretty darn easy. I put a 2 in front of my H2O, I'm actually good to go. I have 1 calcium here, balanced with 1 calcium here. I've got 2 carbons here, balanced with 2 carbons here. I've got these 4 oxygen, which I can think of as balancing against these 4 oxygen. And then I can look at the facts that I have 2 hydrogen and 2 more hydrogen to give me 4 hydrogen here, and 2 groups of 2 hydrogen, 4 hydrogen here. Then I have these 2 oxygen, which go with these 2 oxygen. So altogether, things work out. I've got my balance, and that is what I was looking for question 4D. Thanks for tuning in.